What's up, YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. You are tuned in to another Mental Champion Monday, okay? And today's topic, we're going to talk about some things that happened over the weekend for me personally. But before we get into today's topic, make sure that you hit the subscribe button. Also, click that notification bell so that you don't miss any videos. Let's go. Alright, and like I said, welcome back. So, the first thing that I think you all should know, and I think something that's very important that you all should know, is the changing of the name of our YouTube channel. So, when I first started my YouTube channel, I was starting to travel overseas and play professional basketball. And so that's why we titled the YouTube channel Breezing Around the World. I was traveling a lot with my family, and it was just what was most current and most relatable to me at that time. But now I'm in a different phase of my life. I'm doing different things. I'm exploring different avenues. And everything that I designed is designed to be a champion. It's designed to have a champion mindset. It's designed to be a collective of the principles that it takes to be a champion, everyday champion living. And so our new YouTube channel and our title to our mini vlogs that you see on my TikTok and on my Instagram page is going to be called Champion Aesthetics. And I think it just rolls off the tongue. It sounds really nice. And I actually took the logo and put it onto a jacket that I made. And my mom asked me, like, what's Champion Aesthetics? So when she asked about it, I'm like, yeah, it must sound good and look good. So let's roll with that one. But yes, so the new intro to be like this. What's up, YouTube? You are tuned into another episode on Champion Aesthetics, which I think y'all like that. Anywho, okay, so let's get into today's Mental Champion Monday topic, because that's what we are talking about today. It's Monday. We're going to be mental champions. And I'm not going to lie to y'all. My weekend sucked. Mentally, it sucked. It was so bad. Like, yesterday, I had the worst attitude I think I've had in months, and I just couldn't shake the feeling. I just couldn't get rid of it. And that's in that moment I realized that I had no more control. Or did I really have control? Because I was able to notice how I was feeling, but I still couldn't change it. I was aware of it, but I still didn't know the proper steps to change it. And in that moment I did feel powerless. I'm like, hey, like, you got to shake this feeling. Like, you got to get rid of it. You got to move forward. You still got the whole day ahead of you. I always tell myself, don't let one moment ruin the whole day. And I really let one moment ruin my entire weekend. And what that showed me was that now that I'm reflecting on it, now that I'm able to think about it, is that I'm more powerful in that moment than I gave myself credit to, because the fact that I was aware of it and knew I needed to change, that was the power right there. But feeling so confused and being so stuck on why I was feeling like that, I was not able to harness my power and use it to better the day, to better my mood. But instead, I soaked in the why is this happening to me? Why am I going through this? Why? So what we're going to talk about in today's video is just, don't hang on to that why. Don't hang on to what has happened to you. Don't hang on to what somebody said. Don't hang on to what somebody did to you. You remain powerful in those situations when you're aware of what's happening, and then come up with the routine, come up with the plan, come up with the strategy to change it and not let it affect you. That's when you effectively use your power. That's when you go ahead and say, okay, I see what it is. I heard what you said. I see what you're doing, but this is how I'm going to handle it, because I'm not going to let one thing stop my day. I'm not going to let one thing stop my weekend. I'm not going to let something that I can't control, because 9 times out of 10, what's happening around you, you can't control that. What's happening to you, you can't control that. All you can control really is how you react to it and how you bounce back from it. So don't let it do what I did all weekend. Don't let it irritate you. And I'm talking about, I was crazy. But at the end of the day, when I was doing my reflection from my journal and talking to my higher source and things like that, I was able to realize that it was still a good weekend. I still had a really good day. Like, even with the agitation, even with being upset, I still had a good day. So just imagine how much better the day could have been if I didn't let that one thing stop me. If I didn't let one situation affect my entire weekend, it would have been so much better, but I'm always grateful and I'm always thankful for those situations, only because they really teach me how to be a better person. And that's what we want to do every single day, is be a better person. So when it comes to hanging on to that why, the first thing that you need to do is acknowledge it. Acknowledge it. Give that person acknowledgement, let them know, I know what you're doing, I hear what you're saying, I see the situation, but I can't control it, so I'm not going to let it affect me. I can't handle it, or I didn't create it, so I'm also not going to solve it, because that's not my problem. My only problem is to move on and continue to be a better person each time. Step 2, when it comes to hanging on to that why, continue to move forward. Continue to move forward and be unbothered. I think in 2018, 2019, hashtag unbothered was like a big thing. Bring that back. Be unbothered. Don't let it sway you. Don't let it affect you. Keep on moving with what you've got to do. You take the lesson, you take the new knowledge and advice that you've got from the situation, you apply it, and now you just keep on moving, so that the next time that situation comes, the next time somebody says something like this to you, the next time something happens that you can't control, you know how to handle it. You see, this life is all about experiences, but sometimes we go through good experiences and we are so ecstatic, we're happy, excited, like, yes, I'm so glad this is happening to me, I knew it would, I deserve it. And then when the bad things happen, we're like, wait, I don't deserve this, I don't know why this is happening to me, what's going on? No, everything that you go through is for a reason. So even the bad stuff, the stuff that make you stick to that why, you have to figure out what you're supposed to learn from it. You're supposed to take it apart and really put it into a place in your life where it makes you a better person, and not let it drag you back to the person that you used to be. Not let it drag you back into situations that you used to put yourself in. No, don't do that, okay? You take that why and you analyze it, and then you continue to move forward, and you do not let it stop you. You got to be super resilient when it comes to bad situations and negative scenarios, just because it's so easy to get attached to them. It's so easy to get so drawn back into that bubble, drawn back into that atmosphere, drawn back into those situations, that we don't want to do that, because we're doing what? We're acknowledging it and we're moving forward to become a better person. And the third thing, and this may be the final thing, when it comes to being stuck in the why, embrace it. Embrace the situation, embrace the experience, because I'm gonna tell you this, a lot of times when we try to neglect something, or we try to ignore it and not give it the attention that it's asking for, it plays with our mind even more. It plays with our emotions even more. It messes up our mental even more, because now not only are we going through the situation, but now it's the only thing that we can think about, because we're not paying it any attention. We're trying our best to ignore it. No, embrace the situation. Take it head on. It's like the same thing with fear. You'll never get over the fear of something if you never experience it. You'll never get over the curiosity of the why if you never embrace why something is happening to you or what's happening to you. It's always going to immediately take you back to a negative place and immediately take you out of the new person and transformed person and evolved person that you were, just because you're like, I don't want to pay that any attention. No, everything that pops up is there to teach you a lesson. Everything that pops up is there to embrace you somehow, some way, enhance you in somehow, some way. But when we ignore it and not give it the attention that we need to give it so that we can become better people. Now, I'm not saying spend all your thoughts on it, spend all your time on it. I'm saying realize what it is and embrace it. Don't ignore it, don't push it away, because it's your experience. It's your negative situation. It's your traumatized situation, whatever it may be. It belongs to you. So go ahead and embrace it and figure out, okay, this is my situation. This is something that I'm going through. So how can I do it to where it's beneficial to me? How can I take the situation and make it beneficial to me? See, that's what a mental champion does. A mental champion goes ahead and takes the bad, takes it into themselves, and then on the output makes it good. They take a negative situation, learn from it, and then the next time they come, they're able to elevate through that situation because they already know what's going to happen. A mental champion does not sit and sulk all day. A mental champion does not let one situation ruin the entire weekend. A mental champion does not stop what they're doing just because they feel like they can't move forward. A mental champion does not give up. A mental champion does not quit. And that's what happens when we negatively get so caught up in the why. We get stuck. And we're no longer a mental champion because we no longer can control our thoughts. We no longer are in control of what we're thinking. Instead, we let a negative situation take over. And it slowly takes over our brain. So then we don't want to move our bodies. And then it's just a whole ripple effect. But I made this video based on my experience this weekend to tell you that if and when a negative situation comes up, if and when that wall of adversity comes up, knock it down. Keep going. Do not feel like anybody is attacking you because you're having negative situations or negative scenarios. If anything, these situations are here to help you. So embrace them, learn from them, and then sprout and become an even better person. I believe in you. I really, really do. And I believe in everybody. And I am able to give out this confidence because I'm also putting this confidence into myself by telling myself and learning from my experiences and just being really, really connected to everything. So I'm connected to my bad situations, I'm connected to my good situations, I'm connected to my higher source, I'm connected to my family, I'm connected to all the things around me, but I'm not attached to anything. See, that attachment gives us responsibility. That attachment gives us possession. And we don't own anything. We're not in possession of anything while we're here on this earth. It's all a blessing to us. It's all given to us. So release that attachment and watch. When you release that attachment from certain things, those situations and negative feelings won't even come up anymore because you're not attached to it anymore. You don't feel so possessive. You don't feel like you have to control it. But when you're connected to it, you understand, okay, it may go this way, it may go that way, it may go a way I can't even imagine, but whichever way it goes, I'm still connected to it. I'm not attached to the mindset that it's supposed to go this way. I'm not attached to the idea that it's only supposed to go this way. I'm connected to any way that it can happen. And that being connected allows you to live life more free. Being connected allows you to go ahead and really not have any fear because you're wanting to explore all the things that you are connected to. So again, thank you for all the love and continued support. I hope you all like the new YouTube channel and mini vlog, Champion Aesthetics. If you aren't already, make sure you're following me on all social media platforms, on Instagram, TikTok, and you can follow our studio page, the Never Surrender Studio, at Never Surrender Studio, on Instagram, Facebook, Never Surrender Studio, and check us out on the website at www.neversurrenderstudios.com. If you haven't already, make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'll see y'all on the next one.